like to see our rivers stay free and wild, the way they're meant to be.
So you think the Premier is going to hear your message today?
Well, we're certainly going to try and put it out there loud and clear. We hope that he does.
Our rivers, our power, our choice, hey, hey! 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 Keep Kootenay rivers wild! 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 Keep Kootenay rivers wild!
We're here today out of concern over the privatization and destruction of rivers within the Kootenays for private power projects.
And obviously Gordon Campbell is here. Do you think he's going to hear your message today?
Yes, I do think he will hear our message. I think he'll hear our message. Whether he'll act on that, it remains to be seen. But there are certainly, as you can see behind me, there are more than 100 people out here today, very early on a Friday morning, to oppose the privatization and destruction of rivers within the West Kootenay, within the whole Kootenay region, and all across BC. And we are here to stand up and say that we won't tolerate the continued privatization and destruction of these important rivers.
Keep Kootenay rivers wild! Keep Kootenay rivers wild! Keep Kootenay rivers wild! Keep Kootenay rivers wild! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! Enough is enough! There's probably a tiny river in your backyard, no matter where you live, that they plan to put a weir, which looks a lot like a dam to me, and to take the water out of it and put it through a penstock. We're working for the tiny little beautiful canyon in our backyard. You need to get out there and fight for the tiny little beautiful river in your backyard, because they will dam every water course they can find and turn it to their profit if we don't stop it. So we need to be there to say, keep all of our little creeks and rivers wild, because they've already killed our big rivers. We need to save our little ones. Thank you. Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers!
Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers! Save our rivers!
Well, I'm out here to share my voice and try to raise awareness for the situation that's going on in BC right now. Basically selling our rivers off, and we're not having much say in the matter. We have an organization called Endangered Creeks Expedition, where we go out and we kayak these creeks that are about to be dammed in hopes of sharing awareness and stopping these projects. We're not just doing this to save the rivers for kayaking, we're saving it for our children, for our future of this province.
We want Gordon! 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 We want Gordon!
Response to the protesters outside and the Run of the River projects locally.
Well, first of all, I think that I'm not sure about the specific project. Run of the River projects are going to be part of British Columbia's energy future. There are enormous energy demands that the people of the province are putting on our energy system, right? And Run of the River is actually one of the most environmentally and cleanest ways, soundest ways of providing us with energy. They've all got to go through environmental assessments. They've all got to make sure that they are actually, obviously we want to have the minimum impact on the environment, but Run of the River is a very important clean energy source for us, and it's something actually, it's a strength for British Columbia, I think.
Premier, protesters say that the rivers are being privatized and they're not being consulted.
Well, the whole environmental assessment process is about consultation, people putting in their information. I mean, the fact of the matter is, again, when we ran, we said we were going to encourage independent power production. We've said that we're going to have, we're going to look for clean power in British Columbia. We're recognized for clean power. We're going to continue to build clean power, and we're going to do it on behalf of ratepayers. So we reduce greenhouse gases, we minimize the impacts on the taxpayer, and we maximize the benefits for British Columbians. That's what Run of the River projects are about. Everyone isn't approved, but everyone isn't disapproved either.
What about the rights to the rivers being sold before there's any public consultation?
Well, there's no sale of any rivers. I mean, the fact of the matter, it's putting to work an asset that's there. I think what we're really saying is, and those assets are always going to be there for British Columbians. The river and the water is going to be there for British Columbians. Again, one of the things that we're aware of is not just that water for energy, it's also water for agriculture, it's water for industry, it's water for residences. So one of the things that you have to go through is a review of the demands that we're putting on our water systems.
There are many consumers. Go ahead, sorry.
Mayor Campbell, there's up to 200 protesters outside saying that it's not clean energy and that it's going to destroy the ecosystems. What do you have to say?
It is clean energy, and I mean, they can say it's not, and the people will, I guess, say what they want to say. I think if you asked 500 scientists, the vast majority would tell you that hydropower is one of the cleanest sources of energy we have. And I think that one of the things we have to be honest with people about is if we're going to require energy, and we do, you've got a technology industry building here in Nelson, for example, right? I can tell you one of the great assets we have in British Columbia is a clean, standard, constant supply of energy. It's a dependable energy source. Big thing for British Columbia. So it's like everything else in the province. You have to find balance. We do that by looking at environmental impacts, and the fact of the matter is hydro energy is one of the cleanest energies you can find in the world.